Ka'alayim La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and great millstone who rule well, teach well with sincerity, honesty, and integrity. The brothers who labor in this truth put their life on the line, especially in these times. Shalom to you, brothers and you few sisters who believe in this truth wholeheartedly. Shalom, shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, as you can see in this article, I wanted to bring it out a few days ago. One of the brothers put it in the group chat. And then I was planning on doing a lesson on it, and what I can get to it now. And also, what brought me to it, I was listening to Apostle Tahar's lesson. He brought something out like this: how the how the elite know is the end is coming. And this article just is a great. We're gonna hit some key points. We're not gonna read all of it, but this just shows that the elite knows what's coming down the pipeline. And when you at that level, when you're a billionaire and you're at a specific level, they rub elbows with the movers and shakers, the people who seeing all these signs, these signs of the what they call the UFO, but these things that's what we know as the IFOs, right? The ships of the Lord, the vehicles of the Lord, and they seeing multiple ships, more sightings, and they know something's coming down the pipeline, whether it's going to be World War III thermonuclear missiles, but they will call maybe uh, what they call uh, uh, climate control or something like that. But we're gonna just read a little bit of this, and then we're gonna bring out some precepts all through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, so the super rich preppers planning to save themselves from the apocalypse. All right, as a humanist who writes about the impact of digital technology on our lives, I am often mistaken for a futurist. The people most interested in hiring me for my opinions about technology are usually less concerned with building tools that help people live better lives in the present than they are in identifying the next big thing through which to dominate them in the future. I don't usually respond to their inquiries why help these guys? Why help these guys ruin what's left of the internet, much less civilization? All right. Probably jumps on. He's gonna get into a story. Get straight to the. Okay, so I'll start out right here. They sat around the table and introduced themselves. Five super wealthy guys. Yes, all men from the upper echelon of the tech investing and hedge fund world. At least two of them were billionaires. After a bit of small talk, I realized they had no interest in the speech I had prepared about the future of technology. They had come to ask questions. They started to out they started out in a closely and predictably enough Bitcoin or Ethereum, virtual reality or augmented reality, who would get quantum computing first, China or Google. Eventually they edged into the real topic of concern, New Zealand or Alaska, which region would be less affected by the coming climate crisis, you see? And only got worse from there. Which were the greater threat, global warming or biological warfare? How long should one plan to be able to survive with no outside help? Should a shelter have its own air supply? What was the likelihood of a groundwater contamination? Finally, the CEO of a brokerage house explained that he had nearly completed building his own underground bunker system and asked, how do I maintain authority over my security force after the event? See, after the event, that was their euphemism for the environmental collapse, social unrest, nuclear explosion, solar storm, unstoppable virus, or a malicious computer hack that takes everything down. So see, these elites, and they're not even at the top of the they playing with money because they got billionaires, but see, the elite of the elite, they control all the resources. They trillionaires, man. All right, but these people they're sitting at tables where they're getting information and they know something's coming down the pipeline. That's why a lot of these wealthy people, these rich people of the world, they starting to build these bunkers and you even have celebrities trying to do their little in-house bunkers because again, when you rub shoulders, you know that information trickle down to a selective few and then they share that information amongst their circle. All right, but you see what's going on. See, they're asking this technology guru, this technology guy on to build something that's going to be sustainable for a certain amount of time because they know that things is going to get gruesome. I'm gonna read a little bit more. You can check out the article, but I'm gonna jump down. Okay. Oh yeah. Matter of fact, yeah. The single question occupied us for the rest of the hour. They knew armed guards would be required to protect their compounds from raiders as well as angry mobs. See, so they knew they were gonna have compounds and they was gonna have to hire individuals to protect their compound, right? One had already secured a dozen Navy SEALs to make their way to his compound if he gave them the right cue. So they're gonna have a special alert, right? And these are like Navy SEALs, these are mercenaries, because once the Navy SEALs retires, they're in their 40s, 42, they get hired by these billionaires to do missions. That's why you have like cleanup squads and I mean we're in a real treacherous world, man. And these people they try to clean up everything they can. They hire hitmen, and that's why, we think what we see with the everyday eye, we just think everything's just going according to natural things is going on, but these people are playing chess. They're orchestrating a lot of the things that you see was going on. The people at top, and they go and what they do is they they go back and forth with each other, trying to trying to becoming the wealthy. Bottom line, trying to become wealthy, and they battle each other to still become wealthy. All right, but let's go here. One had already secured a dozen Navy SEALs to make their way to his compound if they gave them the right cue. Well, how would he pay the guards once even his crypto was worthless, right? See, because at the end of the day, that's all stuff's gonna be worthless. What's gonna be meaningful to people is food, shelter, all right? And like it says, what would stop the guards from eventually choosing their own leader? Because these are the ones that's protecting the compound, right? They're gonna be like, you know what? Let's just kill these billionaires and take everything they got. The billionaires consider using special combination locks on the food supply. See how that's the number one, because once a man doesn't have food, you can't really reason with him. You can't really reason with him. He doesn't care about protecting you and your family when he's not his family is not eating, right? And that only they knew, or making guards wear disciplinary collars or some kind in return for their survival, or maybe building robots to serve as guards and workers. If that technology could be developed, look at this key, in time. You see that? In time, because they know that see, grab a preset real quick. Let's grab a preset real quick. Um, because see, and y'all know where I'm going. Revelations 12 and 12. All right. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knows that he have but a short time. You see, because these people they know, man, they have nothing. They have a short time. Right there, riches is not gonna, it's gonna come to naught in those times, but they're gonna look to do something to sustain their riches. So let's say they believe because their inward thought Salaki, their inward thought is that their houses will dwell forever. So they believe they're gonna hide in these bunkers when these things happen, and they're gonna come out when it's they able to come out and they can just continue on and build civilization back over again. And that's why some of them say they're gonna have doctors and dentists. If you read further in this article, and I'm not gonna go through all of it, but matter of fact, this is let me just jump down right here. It said um But this guy, he said you should invest in building relationships. But that's gonna go out the window when people are hungry. He said go building relationships with their armed guards. But let's go right here. This was probably the wealthiest, most powerful group I ever encountered. Yet they were asking a Marxist media theorist for advice on how I'm selecting on where and how to configure their doomsday bunkers. You see that when it hit me, at least as far as these gentlemen were concerned, this was the talk about the future of technology, because that's their future of technology is protecting protecting themselves and protect their family from these said perils and these things that's gonna hit the earth. Thus saith the Lord, because see they know it's coming down the pipeline, and the elite, they listen to the They listen. You know what? They listen to the apostles and elders, and they know what what's going on in the world today is going along with Bible prophecy, right? And the Lord is controlling the hearts of these kings and rulers to do exactly what He wants them to do, and that's why you see the wars being stirred up, across and over there, a lot of nations they have that their heart is being turned back to go to war, their mind is going back to going to war, and eventually we're gonna be in that third world war. But see, these wealthy people, they're looking to survive this third world war, to survive this climate change, survive this famine, or survive these major pestilences. Like I said, like it's gonna be more diseases, right? So these people, they're looking to survive these things and store up goods and and hire armed guards and maybe have robots that can protect their bunkers, right? But see, that's not going to protect them, because a lot of them is going to be still put to death. They're going to be in those bunkers. They're going to be in those places, and you had some that said they want to build like a community of wealthy people that can afford it, but they're going to all turn on each other if there's no food, because like even the you read this article, it says that the likelihood of them having enough, because they want to create uh you know what? Let's read it. Let's read it. So let's read it. Doomsday Point, because I'm gonna jump down to that. Okay, let's jump right here. Let's go down. Their extreme wealth and privilege serve only to make them obsessed with insulating themselves from the very real and present danger of climate change, rising sea levels, mass migrations, global pandemics, um, nativist panic, and resource depletion. For them, the future of technology is about only one thing: escape from the rest of us, right? And that's what they want to do. All right. See, they're not gonna be able to escape because and those that do escape, we're gonna get to it. It's just a few wealthy people has, but I just wanted to jump down to what I was talking about. Well, you know what? You can just check it out. It's a lot. This article's pretty long. You can just check it out. But bottom line is they're not going to be able to escape, and the ones that do escape, they're going to be the first fruits of slavery. But the ones that's here in America, like it says, when this place is hit with those thermonuclear missiles and them lasers from the chariot, this place will not be inhabited again. So wherever they at, they're going to be judged. They're going to be put to death. All right. There you go. Call line like Yahweh Bashim Yahshua 1044. All right. So let's go here. Let's go here real quick. And then we're gonna throw out these few precepts. Revelation 16, and let's start at uh Salakia. Salakia. Revelation 6. Revelation 6. And we're gonna go we'll start at 14. And the heavens departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every freeman hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. So there's the elite, the wealthy, the rich here in America and outside America. They're gonna look to hide themselves from these sad perils that's going to hit the earth. Those famines, the civil unrest, the thermonuclear missiles, okay, these pestilence, these global pandemics. All right, they're gonna look to hide themselves when shit hit the fan. All right, but see, here you go. And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? All right, so they're gonna say, to go up in those mountains, go deep into those those underground bunkers, go into the old submarines. Right, these people are gonna look to hide from from that judgment. But see, some, like I said, are gonna be able to hide, and then some is gonna be put to death. All right, and especially here in America, those ones who hide here, they're gonna be put to death. because again, this place won't be inhabited by a people again, only desert creatures. All right, let's go here real quick. Let's go here real quick because let's go here. Jeremiah, I'm going Jeremiah 16 and 16. Behold, I will send for many fishes, saith the Lord Yahweh, and they shall fish them. Right? So that's what we're doing right now. We're fishing. We're blowing that trumpet. We're praying through the Spirit. We're being the mouthpiece, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and the elect will be activated, through using the Lord using his men to spread that gospel to the four corners of the earth. Right? So matter of fact, real quick precept on that. Quick precept on that. And this is just, you know, I have everything planned with the Spirit. I'm gonna go through it. Matthew 24 and 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all the nations. So how is this gospel being preached? Through the men of the Lord. All right, the elect men of the Lord. And then shall the end come. So right, so this gospel have to reach the four corners of the earth, and then the end should come. All right, let's go back. Um, and then back to say, and then after, sorry, and after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, okay, and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rock. So all these people, all those elite rich men that we read in Revelation 16, that's gonna tell them rocks to fall on us, they're gonna be hunted, the ones that's left alive, right? And what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen after they be hunted by the Lord, turn up, putting that charge in his men to hunt them. We go to Psalms. I'm gonna just end it here because they have. I had a few other precepts I had to mind, but I'm gonna just end it here because that's just what's gonna happen. Someone's gonna die, right? All right. Uh, but right here, Psalms 149, and let's start at 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings, okay, with chains, and their nobles with fetters of iron. All right, so that's what's going to happen. They're gonna be bind. They're gonna be bind with they're gonna be bind. The king's gonna be bound with chains and the nobles with fetters of iron. All right, and so they're not gonna escape. They think they're gonna escape, and they think they're gonna start civilization after all these said perils, after the thermonuclear missiles hit. Right, but see that's gonna be the ushering of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh shot after those World War III. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh shot gonna pull up. Yahweh Shah gonna pull up with Michael the Archangel and the angels, and he's gonna charge. He's gonna, and then the elect gonna get gathered right from the four corners of the earth, like it says in Matthew 24, right? Mainly here in America, is where the great deliverance will be, because this is the great altar right here, here in America. This is the key spot, right? But there's also men gonna be um gathered, like I said, the elect gonna be gathered four corners of the earth in Matthew 24. All right, but look what it also says. So those kings, right, to execute upon. So 140 Psalm 149 and 9. But this is back again towards those men that think they're gonna hide in those bunkers, those submarines, wherever they may hide, right? The elites outside of America, right? Because again, America, there's not gonna be nobody inhabited, be able to come out. They're gonna be all put to death, right? To execute upon them the judgment written. Dishonor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord. Like this is the judgment written, right? And that's what's gonna happen, man. We gonna bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. So all their wealthy, their rich men, their elite, their top people, the elite of the world, they're gonna go right into them chains and they're gonna be the first fruits of slavery, man. And that's dealing with all you other 17 nations. Any of those men that's gonna be left from those other nations, those heathen nations, is gonna be put into them chains, going right into slavery, man, right into servitude, right? Because see, that's right, that's righteous. That's righteous right there. That's true reparations. That's true payback for what they did to the nation of Israel. All right. So right here, so that's they're not gonna be able to escape, man. These doomsday preppers, right? These super rich preppers planning to save themselves from the apocalypse, right? They're only gonna save themselves for, for slavery, man. Bottom line, all right? They're gonna just be caught in those bunkers for slavery. And then some bottom line, all right? So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Shalom to the whole part.